Beautiful Rebutia is flowering. Look at that. It's gorgeous. This is the reason why I love cactus. It's because of these beautiful flowers. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. What's going on, baby bird? Mommy's making coffee. And Budgie bird, what do? You want this? Hey? He wants to be involved with whatever is happening. Aren't you, baby bird? Hey? Like this one? He trusts me so much that, look, you want some coffee? Look, I'm dropping it on your head. He doesn't care. Okay, it's all right. In a week's time, it will be, well, it's almost a week, isn't it? The 21st, I think, or I don't even know what date it is. But anyway, good morning, my lovelies, on this very, very windy day again. Not a good day for gardening. So you can see the wind is actually worse than what's on the video. The video is nice and calm. But anywho, I went to my local hardware store last night to get some materials for my screen that I'm building for partitions for when I do the videos indoors. And look what I found. I couldn't help it. I did not buy it because of this cute pot, although it's very, very cute. But I bought it because of this dying look of Echeveria agavoides serious. So a lot of people probably thought that this is seriously dying, but to me this is seriously variegating. I haven't had an Echeveria serious do this yet, so this fascinates me. And although I promised myself, oh my goodness, that wind, that I am not going to buy any succulents for the rest of the year, well, that is online. Okay, but this one now, I still buy the odd one here and there that I see, such as this. See, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Look at the back of it. It's just the tips are yellow, variegated. That's what it looks like. So I'm just curious to see as to what happened to this plant to make it look like that. So maybe it's going to die on me, but who knows. But nevertheless, it's not too bad what I paid for it. But anyway, the cute pot is actually worth it. Do you love me? Say you love me. Give me a big kiss. Mwah. I'm going to take my cup of coffee and I'm going to go and sit outside, because the sun's out and it's just so nice on my skin. I need a bit of vitamin D. And look how beautiful that Romeo is growing out here. Okay, see the wind, and then, oh my goodness, it's really not a good condition to be filming videos when it's windy like this. It can be cold, I don't mind the cold, but when it's windy, oh my goodness, I'm just going, oh, my heart is just like bang here and bang there. And what are you? Just gorgeous flowers. Yes, it's Party Girl. There you go. It's really a Party Girl, Andoran Party Girl. That's what it's called. But let's go outside. But before I do, I'll show you this recently purchased Ionium sweet tea. Sweet tea made of this again. The other night, I was looking for my sweet tea, and I spent 2 hours looking for it in the dark, and I couldn't find it. The next day, I came over here in this section to put my pink witch that's being, look at that, being hammered by the wind at the moment. This is already protected here, look. The mint, it's just sort of breezy, but on my face, oh my goodness, I couldn't breathe. Anyway, so I just put this here, and then I went down and look, sweet tea is sitting over here laughing at me all the time while I was looking for it. I just want to see what the Monroe or variegated orange Monroe on the left, and on the right is my cubic frost that is variegated. It's so pretty and it's gone bigger now, and a lot of these variegated ones I would really like to have them grown in their individual pots, but I don't want to touch them. They still got some room to move around, so I'm going to let them be. But this Tinkerbell is just coloring up nicely. I promised a friend of mine that I'm going to take cutting from that Tinkerbell over there, but I need to do a video of how I propagate them first, so I couldn't do it. Anyway, so I kept putting it off because all the way I can do if it's just windy. Because even when, okay, I'm just looking at things now, but anyway, something distracted me. Those ones, my sort of so-called red gilva. Look at all those babies, beautiful colors. Oh my goodness, are you red gilva? Yes, I think that's the original mother plant. Anyway, I just need to go outside and sit down in the sun. Oh no, not again. This is now twice that this poor butter beans has fallen off, and I think it's because of the plant training obelisk that's on top of it. So anyway, I think it's about to rain again. I felt a couple of drops. Now this is what happens when it's too windy. Oh no, 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 no. Okay. There you go. Okay, you can lean. Or I don't think we're gonna even get any vegetable this year because of the cold weather. So it's going to warm up. Well, I'm just gonna deal with that later on. But oh, look, are you growing? Yes, my snow peas is popping out. Hang on. Snow peas, yeah, and another one over there that's popping out. Excellent. I haven't been able to work on the garden for the past few days because, oh look, my lettuce is getting bigger. I can start harvesting you soon. But anyway, see this wind? Oh, gosh. I can't breathe. I can't think. Now, my cage I have removed where my bluebird was all caged in, and I replaced it with this hanging kalanchoe, which is just so gorgeous, those little bell-shaped flowers, and I spin it around and it falls off. That would be so funny. But anyway, I have been working, well, a few days ago, many days ago, yesterday, 3 boys, while I was cooking lunch, knocked on the door and asked if they could clean hubby's car that's parked over there, and for $15. So anyway, I thought, yeah, what the hey. 3 boys, the teenagers, are probably 15 years old and 14, 15. So just like the grandkids age. And so I said, yeah, go ahead. Well, they did. They cleaned it up. They done a good job. And so I gave them $20 and they were so happy. They were beaming from ear to ear. And by the way, I already put my coffee there because I just want to show you the gate that I installed. Okay, so this is my part of the bed head. I think this is the bottom end of the bed head, the foot side, and I put 2 star picket over, one there and one on the other side, which still got the label. I have to remove that. And I have this chain that goes over this to sort of lock it. I mean, this actually sort of just stops people from coming in here, because if it's open, look, I open it up and close, and when that thing goes over that, it's a little bit more challenging to go over here. They can try and go behind the bushes here, but I'm sure they won't, because there's going to be some sharp things that's going to be poking them. But anyway, this is now my little sitting area, which I like to sit on. I found this metal chair from Kmart, being reduced, and now I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. And I'd like to show you what I'm up to at the moment. A week ago, when the weather forecast was warming up, I decided to bring this sedum outside, and it was nice and happy and cheery and not limpy like this one. And it was all plumped up, and what happened? We had a cold front came in, and look what happened. Even now, this poor thing doesn't like the cold. So that's why they sort of die down in winter, and then they come back when the weather warms up. So this is still part of the crested sedum desert black that I bought a few weeks ago. And sedum dies down in winter, as I was saying, and comes back up when it warms up. And so I decided to take out my sedum seboldii, and same thing happened. We had hail as well, so it got hammered by the hail, so lost a few leaves. So now it doesn't like being cold. So right now, I don't know if that's gonna die, but it's forecast warming up again anyway. So today we're gonna have a maximum of 13 degrees and minimum of 4 this morning. So it was cold. My other sedum seboldii, look what happened to it. It's already got all leaves coming out, and now it died again. But I'm not gonna throw it out. It's gonna sit there and wait for the weather to warm up. When it warms up, I'm sure it's gonna come back. Well, hopefully, keeping all fingers crossed. I have this recently purchased orostakis. So the orostakis, they go dormant in winter and come back up again. That's it. And then these ones are recent purchases, so I thought I'll just put them out here, and they also did not like the cold, so they started going limpy. And even that one, it sort of all of a sudden, it's like, I don't like the cold, bring me back to where I was warm. I don't like it here. Me no likey. So this fruit thing display, I don't know what you call this, but anyway, a fruit stand or a vegetable stand or whatever it stands, I already lined it up with my offcuts from my shade cloth, and now this is ready to have some soil and also have some succulents planted on this one. So I'm planning to actually plant some haworthias on this one, and it's not gonna stay here, it's gonna sit on the other side where my wheelbarrow is. So that's one project that I'm working on. Let's just move this aside for here for now. And the other one, these are wine holder. So it was a discontinued sale from a local hardware store, and I only paid like $1.23 for each of them. So there's 1, 2, and 3. They normally have that leather thing on where you put the wine in, but a wine rack, that's it. So I thought I'll use this here. When I'm filming here, I can use that as a table. And for the meantime, this poor thing, my portulacaria or is it portulacaria, portulaca afra, that was left to dry up in winter. I soaked it for 2 weeks, and now it's all plumped up. And so even that was, so you can see, I don't know, I'll show a video or a photo of what when it was like, all dry and wrinkly. Poor thing. And I could not water it because I'm afraid it's going to die because it was still quite cold. And now it's warmed up, now it's out here, and I just took it out a couple of days ago because it's sort of a shady area because we haven't seen the sun for a while, and then the sun sort of comes and goes, so that's a perfect time to acclimatize it. But you can see it's sort of partly shaded by this bottle brush that I've got here. But anywho, this one I can remove the pot and put another thing on top of that, and I can do some video potting up outside here. And speaking of potting up, ta-da! I managed to put a couple of plants on my bed head that's on the top here. So this one is just sort of sitting there because I want to remove that and put that somewhere else, and also same as with that one. But this one here is Lilacina diminuta something, whatever, I can't remember. Setosa, there you go. Setosa Variegated diminuta, Lilacina. Is that what it is? Yes, such a long name. Anyway, and look how cute this bamboo is actually holding up to the wind and it's not moving. And I also managed to put a little dishy thing here, and I'm putting my, well, I placed my sedum dasyphilum. I think this is purple mound in here. So that part of the sedum has been exposed to morning sun, and that part at the back there is shaded by whatever is on top of it. So it was growing inside before in my metal shelf, and that part is where the sun doesn't shine. And this one where the sun shines is nice and purple. Linda, look at that, beautiful. And this thing as well, the slightest touch, they sort of fall off. Oh no. I don't mean a whole one, just a couple of leaves. But anyway, they actually grow really quick. So I just want them to drop. Well, some in here that I can repot again, and others can go drop down into my gooseberry. And then this whole section here in the bottom can be covered with that sedum dasyphilum. And they're actually frost hardy as well, so it's all good. Now, what I have here are 2 of these planters that I got from Kmart. So I was looking for a spot to put them. I was supposed to put them inside, but then now that I have this area, I thought this would actually be a good spot to grow some succulents that are frost hardy, and it's going to take in a lot. I can plant a lot of succulents in there, and so I got 2 as well, and so it's just perfect. On this area here, I already started putting some soil in it, and I still have to put some more soil and other bits and pieces in there. But for now, this is what you have to, well, this is what you've got. This is what, oh my goodness, that wind. Oh, look. Oh, every time that wind blows, every time the wind blows, my heart stops, and because it's on my face as well. Anyway, in this section now, this is just getting better and better, the look of this whole area. I managed to put in a few little quirky stuff here. So I've got a little ceramic bird that was given to me by Teresa. The plant that she put in it is still sort of alive. The green rose has sort of elongated, and I could actually really see, it's already dried up on that stem, saying, I don't want to be in here anymore, cut me off. So I am going to, hang on, I think I need to, I'll just put you here for now because that will root up, and I'll plant that and maybe have to change the soil in a few days when everything settles down and not so windy. And this Senecio or Senecio, angel's wings, okay, you're dirty, has grown actually, so a third. So now I'm gonna end up with 2 plants. Look, the small plant before is now sort of big enough to separate, but I won't. I'm gonna let them thicken up, and this whole area now I already put an ionium in there, which I can't leave that there. It already got hammered by the hail. So poor pretty face, you were nice and beautiful while you were protected inside in my alfresco area, and then I took her out only to get hammered by the hail, but she'll get over it. But I have this dry flower arrangement that's been gathering dust inside the house for a long time. So every time the kids gives me flowers or friends, I would cut them and slowly build it up, and eventually I had this flower arrangement that's been gathering dust for a long time. So I thought I'll give it a good wash out here. Plus it's not good feng shui to have something dry inside the house unless you use it for cooking. Look, I even bought a huge parsley because I can't wait for my parsley to grow over there. And the parsley I've got growing inside are all waterlogged. So the whole area there has been sitting on water, so I don't really want to eat something that's been sitting on water for a long time. Oh, that wind again. It's just... Okay, I'll take my dead kitten off. Hang on. And now it stops so that you can hear what's going on. Everything's getting blown off. Stressful. It stresses me out when the wind blows. So anyway, I'm gonna go outside and sit in my swing. There you go. I'm using my feet to open and shut the gate. This is actually good for maybe dogs and cats. Dogs, the big dogs, the small dogs can just go underneath. But anyway, I'm just gonna sit here on my swing next to this cute little parrot, a king parrot that I'm supposed to install somewhere else. Hello, how are you? But anyway, I just put that there, and also my bluebird cage. Look where I place it. Now, it's still waiting for some plants to go in there. But that's for future videos. So anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my coffee for now.